It's Pete from Cheap Homesteading, and today we're working on my 2005 Ford Ranger. It blew a brake line, and it is one of the most inconvenient lines on the whole car. It comes right up the side of the frame. So we've got some bulk brake line and some fittings, and I'm going to show you how to double flare and make your own brake lines. So here is the old Ford Ranger. She is doing good. I've owned 3 of them. This is my 3rd one, and they're absolutely great. I got it in the garage, and man, this is one of the few times this thing made it into the garage. Because I knew it was gonna rain, and I had to fix it tonight. Let's see, there is the leak right there. We'll get under and take a look. Okay, we're gonna use an old feed bag to crawl under here. Okay, so there you go. So here is the line, and I think it is, oh man. I think that's where she's leaking up there. Oh my gracious, that's an awful spot. It's always good to have some bulk brake line at home for such an occasion as this. This is copper coated, so I think it's supposed to corrode as much. I got this off Amazon. It's kind of handy just to have some around. It's got copper coated, so I think it makes it not rust as quickly. It comes with a sorted amount of fittings, so you probably have a fitting here to fix what you need to fix. I have already removed one end of the line. We're gonna find a matching fitting. It looks like that one. We'll get 2 of them out at the time. So the first thing you gotta do is put the fitting on the end. So you need a flaring tool. I got a weatherhead one. My crimping tool will go from 3/16 to 5/8, and it's got all the dies that fit inside the line, and that's what makes your double crimp. Okay, so the first thing you do is you put on your fitting. This should be 3/16 right there. So you get the 3/16 die, make sure it goes into the end. And basically, this space right here, some are different, but this one here, you've got to stick the line out the thickness of that raised portion. So then you stick this in here. And then you tighten this one up. And you tighten it up nice and good. So your first one, you are going to be clamping this down until you can't push it anymore. There. You loosen it off. And then you take, really hard to show you guys. And then you take the little die out. I'm going to show you this first. Well, it's kind of hard to show you in the tool, so I took it out. The first die kind of curls it in, and then when you take the die out and you screw the point back in, it will make your taper. So we'll throw that back on here. Okay, so now we will tighten this in, and that will finish your double taper. There. And that is what you end up with. And then your fitting goes up like that. So this is a really bad location where this one rotted out. It's between the fuel tank and the frame. I gotta fish this all the way up to the front, so we're gonna do that. Okay, so we gotta keep the line Wow, this tape's something else. So I need to keep dirt from getting in there when I fish it up, so make sure you tape it up good. You don't want to get dirt jammed in your cylinders or in the line or in a fitting or something. I'm kind of appreciative. Someone before had a problem and the line rusted out, and they put a fitting there that is actually still in decent shape. So you can see that I cut off the other end. I got a fish that line all the way up between the fuel tank and the frame, and then it goes all the way back to my flex line that goes to the axle. I had to fish the line from the other direction. Now the line is through. I'm going to use a pipe cutter to cut the line. So you basically tighten and turn, tighten it some more and turn. You can get all these things at Canadian Tire or wherever, hardware store or UAP Napa. You just keep tightening and turning until it cuts. So you get your little adapter and you make sure that it goes in the end, because sometimes when you cut it, it doesn't fit in there anymore. You got to clean it out before it'll go. We are going to get this ready again. Okay, so now we are going to put the line only sticking this far out, right there. Put this in the end. You clamp the bar, which jams the line, and then we do our first crimp with the little die. Take this out. We will pull that. Now we're going to do our second crimp. But basically the taper just makes your last crimp. Okay. So there you go. That is the taper. I'm gonna fish this up and around. The fitting isn't tight, but I just got it up in place. And we're gonna have to tie up the line, but it's mainly ran all the way back. Okay, we're gonna tighten this up. The other side was so hard to get to, there's no way I'm gonna film doing that. Okay, so I tighten that up. There you go. So the line's installed, it's fixed. That was a lot more of a pain than I thought. So now the line is all done, we're gonna have to bleed the circuit. It's kind of hard for me to show you this. You need 2 people. And anyways, I'm gonna kind of give you a rough rundown of how to do it. First, you fill up the reservoir, and then you get someone to pump the pedal. So you get them to pump it, and then hold down on the pedal. You go back to the rear cylinders, and you crack the bleeders. You crack it while the person's pushing on the pedal, and then shut the bleeder, get them to pump again, open up the bleeder, push the air out, and when you start to see that there's no more air, and then start asking the person, is the pedal getting hard? So you're gonna do the left and right brakes, make sure the air is out of the circuit, and it depends. If it's a front brake line that you had trouble with, you're gonna have to bleed the front too, but right now it's just the back one. So basically, make sure that your brake fluid is filled up. You get someone to pump it, hold down on the pedal, crack the bleeder in the back, let the air and the oil out, and then do that for the left and the right side. And then if the pedal is nice and hard, you're good to go. Just take it for a little drive and see. So today I wanted to show you mainly how to use a crimping tool, and we just fixed up my line quickly because man, oh man, that was a pain. So that's about enough for today. You guys have a good